Okay, so picture this. Go to the doctor, and instead of like flipping through those massive textbooks, they're actually like talking to an AI that could practically think for itself.
Oh, wow.
Wild, right? That's exactly what we're diving into today. And you guys are amazing listeners. Sent in something that totally blew my mind. An
Really?
article about OpenAI's latest creation, the strawberry model.
Okay, I've heard a little bit about this one. What's got you so fired up?
Well, now we've all heard about AI in healthcare, right?
Right.
But this isn't just about strawberry, crunching numbers or scheduling appointments.
Right.
This is about tackling some of the most complex stuff in medicine.
Mm.
We're talking diagnoses, treatment plans, maybe even predicting health issues before they even become a thing.
Wow.
Like it's straight out of Star Trek. To help us break this all down, we have an expert joining us. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. This strawberry model is seriously cool. I've got to say, I've spent my whole career looking at how AI can shake up healthcare, and this feels like a turning point.
I'm with you on that. The article jumps right into the thick of it, too. It really lays out how tough things are in healthcare right now.
Yeah.
This one line really stuck with me. Physicians are drowning in a sea of data.
Oh, I believe it.
As someone who can barely manage their inbox,
Yeah.
I can only imagine what these doctors are dealing with.
It's no joke. It's a huge problem. Think about every year there are tons of new studies, new treatments, new tech. It's basically impossible to stay on top of it all, even for the best doctors.
And that's where AI comes in, right?
You got it.
But the article makes it clear that Strawberry isn't just another algorithm. It's something way different.
It is. In the past, we had AI like IBM's Watson, which was amazing at spotting patterns and massive amounts of data.
Yeah.
Watson was cool for sure, but it wasn't really thinking like a person does. Strawberry, on the other hand, is built on this whole new approach called large-scale reinforcement learning.
Okay. Large-scale reinforcement learning. I gotta admit, that sounds kind of intimidating. Can you explain that?
Yeah.
What makes it so groundbreaking?
Let me try to break it down for you. Imagine teaching a dog a new trick.
Nope.
With old AI, you'd show the dog the trick again and again, hoping it would learn by repeating it. Reinforcement learning is more like rewarding the dog each time it gets closer to doing the trick, right?
Interesting.
It's all about learning by trying and failing, just like people do.
So instead of memorizing info, Strawberry is actually learning how to think for itself.
Exactly, and the large-scale part. That just means Strawberry is trained on a ridiculous amount of data. Medical textbooks, journals, clinical trials, you name it.
Wow.
It's like having this massive brain trust of medical experts, but with the ability to process all that information way faster than any human ever could.
Now, this is where it starts to feel like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
Uh-huh.
The article uses words like a marvel and the most potent medicine. But what does this thinking AI actually do? How is it different from the other times people tried to use AI in medicine?
That's what's so cool about Strawberry, right? Like, the best way to get it is to see it in action. So imagine you're a doctor. You've got this really tricky case.
Okay, so like you're stumped.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
baffled.
Right. And you could spend hours and hours doing research, calling up other doctors, but with Strawberry, boom, instant consultant right there on your computer. You plug in the patient's symptoms, their medical history, even their genetic info, and Strawberry sifts through this mountain of knowledge to give you potential diagnoses, treatment options, even flag studies you might not have seen.
So it's like this superpowered medical library and a research assistant all in one.
And that's just the beginning. Think about making new medicines. Strawberry could look at huge clinical trials, find the tiniest patterns that we might miss, even suggest new ways to do research.
Like hitting fast forward on scientific discovery. We could find cures and treatments so much faster.
Exactly. And it's not just finding treatments, it's making them perfect for each person. That's one of the most exciting things happening in medicine right now, personalized medicine. The idea that treatments should be as unique as the patients.
I hear that phrase, personalized medicine.
Yeah.
But I don't really get what it means practically. How would that even work?
So it's using a patient's own genes, lifestyle, all those personal factors to make treatments just for them. Imagine if cancer treatments weren't one size fits all anymore, but went after the exact thing causing your cancer. Or being able to tell if someone might get a disease based on their genes, and then making a plan just for them to stop it from happening.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But for that to work, you'd need to look at a crazy amount of information for each person.
You got it. And that's where Strawberry shines. It can handle all that data, your genes, your medical history, your lifestyle, everything. And it goes through it all in a way that humans just can't.
Okay, that makes sense. So Strawberry can change how we diagnose and treat, even how we discover new drugs. But the article also mentioned medical education. What's the deal with this AI whiz kid and being in the classroom?
Well, you know how much time we spend with our faces in those medical textbooks.
Tell me about it. I tried to watch one of those medical shows once, and I don't think I made it past the first episode.
Imagine if every single med student had their own AI tutor that could explain anything in a way that makes sense to them, change to their learning style, give them feedback right away, even set up simulations just for them.
So it's like having a world-class doctor on call 24/7. You learn as fast or slow as you want, go back as much as you need, and you've got this personalized guide the whole time.
Exactly. And it's not just easier learning, it's better learning. Strawberry could give feedback and see where students are struggling, so every doctor would graduate knowing their stuff.
So Strawberry isn't just for doctors. It's for everyone in healthcare. Researchers, students, patients too.
Absolutely. It can change everything about healthcare, make it more efficient, more effective, and most importantly, more focused on the patient.
This is seriously exciting, but I gotta ask what everyone's thinking. If AI can do all this, what happens to doctors? Are we all gonna walk into clinics run by robots?
It's a good question and one that comes up a lot.
Hmm.
The truth is, AI, like Strawberry, isn't here to replace doctors. It's here to make them even better.
It's like giving doctors superpowers.
Right. Exactly. Like imagine a surgeon using AI to plan this incredibly precise surgery, or an oncologist fine-tuning chemo dosages to be super effective with fewer side effects.
So it's not man versus machine. It's more like man with machine.
Yeah, exactly. It's about working together,
Yeah,
using the best of both to get the best results for patients.
I like that. This feels huge, like we're on the edge of something revolutionary. But whenever there's something new, especially in healthcare, you got to ask questions.
Yeah.
So what are the big things we need to think about as AI? Like Strawberry becomes a bigger part of medicine.
Well, one of the biggest hurdles is making sure AI is used ethically and responsibly. Making sure these systems actually benefit everyone, not just certain groups.
Right, because we hear so much about bias in AI these days.
Yeah.
How do we guarantee that Strawberry's recommendations are actually objective and fair?
That's a big one. And it comes down to the data we feed these systems. If the data itself has biases, those biases can get amplified by the AI. So we got to be super careful about making sure the data is diverse, representative, and doesn't reinforce stereotypes.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about the people building it and the information they're using.
Exactly. We need clear rules, ethical frameworks, people checking everything to make sure AI is used safely, effectively, and fairly.
This has been eye-opening.
Honestly.
I'm both excited and a little blown away by what's possible.
Yeah.
And you've explained it all brilliantly. It can be a lot to wrap your head around.
Happy to do it. Something I'm really passionate about. And I think the more we all know, the better prepared we are for this new era of healthcare.
To our listener who sent in this incredible article, thank you for sparking such an awesome conversation. Hopefully this deep dive has given you and all our listeners a glimpse into the future of AI in medicine.
It's going to be wild.
If there's one thing to remember, it's that this isn't about replacing doctors with machines. It's about finding amazing new ways for them to work together to make healthcare better for everyone. And hey, keep those questions coming because here at The Deep Dive, we're always ready to explore the most mind-blowing stuff happening in the world.